Hello everyone! I'm going to be today doing a soup comparison with the Blendtec Total Blender and the Oster Versa Performance Blender. And I'm going to be attempting to make butternut squash soup. I've never made it before, never tried it, and in fact I sampled some last week and it was delicious, but I figure that this is something that I can try in my high-powered blenders and see how each of them does. So I am completely guessing on the recipe. I have watched a few videos on YouTube with regards to recipes. So one of the things I'm going to be starting with is a base of coconut water for each of them. And now this is the juice of a young coconut. Hold on, I'm just putting out the viewfinder thing so I can see it. Okay, juice of a young coconut right here, and I am going to use half in each, 350 milliliters. So instead of me buying a coconut and trying to cut it up, this has the pulp. I'm going to use this, and hopefully it's all right. This is half a cup, so I'm starting with half a cup in one. And I'm going to put half a cup in the Blendtec. Let's go for sort of half of a half. Hope that's half of half right there. About that anyway. It doesn't have to be exact. Half of half. And there's a little bit left, so let's do that again. There we go. And those are the dregs. Okay, so I've put, it's showing just about 200 milliliters in each of them actually. The markings here clearly show me that, so that looks to be even. Okay, next I'm going to put the squash that I cut up, and as you can see both of the bowls here look just about even. So this is going to be raw. I have not steamed this at all. I want to see how well these blenders will handle a tough soup. I don't know if I do need to add more water. I might do that. And we'll see how things progress. Okay, I'm also going to be adding quarter cup each of some raw almonds, raw cashews for some creaminess. Okay, let me just move that up. So, quarter cup. And quarter cup into the Blendtec. And one into my mouth. So good. Okay, as well as that, I think I'd probably want to add a little bit of onion. So just give me a second, I'm just going to cut up some onion and I'll be right back. Okay, this is a bit of green onion, and I'm not sure how it's going to taste in there, but I'm putting it in anyway. I like flavorful soups. So now comes the time for spices. So this is ground clove. I'm going to put 1/8 of a teaspoon. I don't want it to be overpowering. I do enjoy my pumpkin spices. I make my own pumpkin pies from scratch and they're delicious. So that's 1/8. Actually, I'll probably put less than that. I'm going to just divide it between both. I mean, I don't know, like I said, this is the first time I'm doing this, so I have no clue. Nutmeg as well. Sorry guys, you probably couldn't see any of that. So, here's 1/8 nutmeg. I'll put 1/8 in each of the nutmeg. Okay. And now time for some cinnamon, and let's put 1/8 of cinnamon. I hope this turns out well. If it does, I'll take note of this recipe to make it again in the future. Okay, so at this point this is a raw vegan butternut squash soup. Okay, I have those ingredients in there, and oh, I've got some dates. Give me 1 second. I've got dates soaking. I'm going to pit them and put those in as well. Okay, so I have pitted my dates, and I'm going to put 3 in each. So there we go with the dates. 1, 2, 3. 3 dates. I can already smell the green onion. And I'm going to put a little, that is sea salt right there. Now it's time to plug in my blenders, and we'll see how this goes. If I have to use the tamper on the Oster, I will, but we'll see how this works, how it turns out, and I hope mostly that it will be delicious. So, there is a handy soup setting right here on the Oster, and there of course is a soup setting here. I'm going to probably do this at, probably 3 times on a 90-second cycle each. And without further ado, let's begin. Okay, wow. This was a solid, well, this was 3 times, 3 cycles, 4.5 minutes, because 90 seconds each cycle, and that was going continuously. So if this was 4.5 minutes, that was 5.5, probably. I don't know if it was 6. I should have been calculating the time. That said, you know, hot to the touch, and I'm gonna put this down here so you can see the steam. Well, let's open this and see what happens. See the steam? So nice and hot. And let me open up the lid. It is a tough lid to open, as I pointed out in an earlier video, but wow, look at that. Steaming soup. I mean, come on, what was that? 5 minutes, maybe 6. So we're talking nice and easily making soups right in these blenders. So let me taste this one. I mean, I expect them to taste the same. Ooh, that's hot. Nice. Oh, it's so good. I know some people add carrots to theirs. I mean, it tastes slightly different than what I had last week. Well, that's okay. It's still good. Just putting a little bit of the one from the Blendtec in this. Oh, hot. I think maybe even hotter. I don't know. They're both steaming. So it makes it hard to eat that gracefully. Sorry. They're both hot. Both piping hot, delicious soups. They taste the same. I don't have any reason to doubt that the consistency is different in either one of them. What's amazing is that it took completely raw, hard butternut squash and made that into a soup in 5 minutes or less. 5 to 6 minutes in that. Definitely less than 5 minutes in this. Both handled the task superbly. And thanks for watching. Both did a good job. The Blendtec was a little bit faster to get that piping hot soup. Probably a minute to a minute and a half. I'm not certain. Maybe I can go back and watch the video and calculate that. That was definitely a little bit faster. A minute, minute and a half. Nothing major for a hot, fresh, delicious, raw, vegan soup right here in your blenders. Both are capable. And thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, please comment. And if you want to see me do anything different, then send me a request as well, and I'll see about making that. Thanks. Okay, I've poured the soup into bowls, so now it's time for the cleanup. Now let's just do the cleanup. You can see how easily one can clean either of these machines right here. So that's on there, and I'm gonna put that lid back on. And well, let me just fill this up too, why not? I was really curious to see how the Oster did with soup, because, you know, that first time I used it, if you watched my ice cream video, you saw it just conked out for like a second. And I turned it off and turned it back on, and it came back on. I don't know what that was about, but I didn't smell any motor burning issues at all with this. So that was really good. Ultimately really all they need. Just to a point about cleaning, watch when you pulse this, it comes all the way up. It's on this side. Granted, the lid is not done that way. However, you pulse this, it shoots straight up for the first shot, first blast, and then it doesn't continue to do that the way the Blendtec does. You know, not really a big deal, but that's clean. I'm just going to rinse them out, and I'm going to enjoy my soup. Thanks for watching.